Hello, my name is Christopher, and I welcome you. This is lesson one from the intermediate book. I hope that you enjoy everything that you learn. Together, we will improve your English and we will make your English better. Okay? So let's get started. And remember, even at an intermediate level, you need to concentrate on your pronunciation. So I will speak faster than the intermediate, but not as fast as the advanced. With each lesson, I will speak faster and faster, okay? So let's go. Let's work together through these lessons and help you improve. Verbs: to attend, attended, attended. To insist, insisted, insisted. To worry, worried, worried. To guess, guessed, guessed. To mean, meant, meant. To measure, measured, measured. To describe, described, described. To please, pleased, pleased. And to realize, realized, realized. So what do these words mean exactly? Let's see. To attend, this means to help somebody. You attend a client, for example, in your job. To attend is also where you go to a class, for example. You can attend a class. So when you're in the class, we say that you are attending the class. So it's to be somewhere or to help someone, okay? To insist, this is a person who demands, they want. So they ask again and again. So maybe you insist on improving your English. Congratulations. To worry, when you have something on your mind, something that bothers you, something that preoccupies your mind, we say that you are worried, okay? So, what are some things that you worry about? What are some things that bother you or bring you trouble in your mind? To guess. To guess is to try to figure out the answer. So you try to guess the answer. You're not sure. You're taking a shot in the dark. Okay, it's an expression, a shot in the dark. So when you're not absolutely sure what something is or how to say it or how to do it, you guess. To mean. This is not to be angry with somebody. No. To mean is what you want to say. So what did you mean when you said that? Or what I meant to say was this, okay? With English, sometimes you make some mistakes with how you pronounce words. That's not what you meant to say, okay? So you have to correct yourself. So to mean is what you intend or want to say or how you want to act. To measure, this is where you look at the size or the distance of something. You can look at the value of something. So literally, this can be to weigh or this can be to measure. You measure if something is worth it. Right now, you're probably measuring if it's worth to do these classes or not. I hope that you think it is because it is, okay? To describe. To describe is when you give details about something. So you describe in detail what something looks like or your last vacation for your friends, for example. So you give colors and maybe smells and tastes. You give details to help people understand exactly what you're talking about. To please, this is to make somebody happy, to satisfy someone. So who do you want to please? Who do you want to make happy? This is not please like, oh, I need your help. Please help me. No, this is different. This is to satisfy. And to realize. To realize is to understand something or perceive something, or to realize is to finish something. So, this is lesson one. At the end of this book is a final test. When you finish the final test, you will have realized your goal and finished this book and hopefully moved on to the second one or the third one, the next one, right? Advanced. So, what would you like to realize? Would you like to realize the goal of speaking better English? That would be fantastic. Let's do it together, okay? Let's move on to the vocabulary and make sure that you look at all of these words in a dictionary, improve your knowledge. My explanations are not so detailed. They're a little vague. I don't have time to give you all of the reasons and all of the significances for a particular word. So make sure that you look up the word yourself also. Okay? Vocabulary. Citizen. Oh, citizen. Okay? Citizen. Effort, thought. Oh, thought, right? Subway, percent, opposite, unexpectedly. So you have un before the word. This changes the definition. Description, recently, check, gate, pride. Pain, hearing, wide, balcony, match, smell, golden, surgery, enrollment, surgeon, knowledge, and abroad. This is where I would like to be right now. Okay? Citizen. A citizen is from a particular country. So, which country are you a citizen of? I am only a citizen of the US, but I have like a green card, permanent residence in Brazil. My wife, my children, they have dual citizenship. Okay? So, what about you? Where are you from? Effort. This is how much you put into something, how much you try. You put a lot of effort into something. Thought. This is your idea, your creation of an idea. So, what is your thought about this matter? What do you think? Okay? This is your idea. Subway. Subway is typically like a train, sometimes underground, on occasion above ground. Different places have different ways of talking about this. In Washington, D.C., it's the metro. In Boston, we call it the T. And in other places, we call it the subway, like New York, I believe. Okay? So, in England, I think they call it the underground or the tube. So, different places have different ways of thinking about this. Percent. This is a percent of a number, for example, 50% or 20%. Normally, you have it with two in a slash, two O's in a slash, or two circles in a slash. That is the symbol for percent. So it's a way to divide a number. Opposite. Opposite is different. So theoretically, we are sitting opposite of each other. All right? You are in front of me looking at me. Or this wall is light. My shirt is darker. So my shirt and the wall are opposite of each other, different. Okay? Unexpectedly. Unexpectedly. So when you see un, it means the opposite. So you have the word expect. Unexpectedly means that you're not expecting. So this is a surprise. Description. Description is to give detail about something. So I am giving you different descriptions about each of these words. I am trying to describe what the words mean to you so that you can understand them. Okay? Recently. Recently is not a long time ago. Maybe some days ago, maybe some weeks ago, but not much longer than that. So it's not a long time ago. Check. Check can be a pattern like a checkers or chess board. Check can also be to hit someone, okay? So you put somebody in check. You call their attention. Check can also be a paper document worth money, but you don't see these very often anymore, right? And check is also the symbol, check. So I would say place a check next to the words that you don't know, and you can go back and study them. Gate. A gate is an entrance or a door. So you pass through the gate to get on your airplane. Or maybe you enter a gate like I do to enter your apartment building. Pride. Pride is how you feel about yourself, how you feel about other people. It can also be a group of animals, like a lion pride. Okay? So some people think of pride as like arrogance, and that's true. You can be arrogant, cocky, for example. But pride is also how you feel about somebody. So when you're proud of them, you say that I have pride in what you're doing. Okay? Pain. Pain is something you feel. It hurts. It doesn't feel good. It also describes a difficulty. So maybe you think that prepositions are a pain. Maybe it's true, but I'm going to try to help you make them less painful. Hearing. Hearing is when you go before a judge. So it's the court process. You have a lawyer, you stand in front of the judge, you pass through a hearing. Hearing is also the process of hearing, like what you hear. So are you hearing me? Okay? Wide. So you have how high and you have how wide. So how wide is your door? How wide is your door? Balcony. A balcony is an extension of your home or your apartment. So normally it's outside. You go on the balcony to get a better view. You stand outside of your apartment building. It's attached to your apartment or to your home. Sometimes with a home, we call it a deck. D-E-C-K, for example. But it's a kind of balcony. Match. Match is a number of things. You light a match to make a fire. Okay, so you have a match to make a fire. Match is also a game. So a soccer match, a tennis match, for example. Match is also a combination. Okay, so when the clothes go well together or two people go well together. Smell. So to smell is the verb, but what you smell is the smell. So it's the aroma or the scent that comes from something. What is your favorite smell? Golden. This is a color, like a golden color. It's also an opportunity, a golden opportunity. It means a very good opportunity. So studying English with me, I hope you think is a golden opportunity, okay? It's also the older years of someone's life in the 60s and in the 70s. We say the golden years. The person should be more independent, have less bills, less expenses, and be able to travel more. Surgery. It's a procedure or a process that you get, and it's done by a surgeon, a doctor. So this is where they repair your body. Enrollment. This is the process of signing someone up for something like a course. So you have a school enrollment or a sports team enrollment. All right. So if you want to play soccer for a particular team, you have to do an enrollment. You had to do an enrollment to be able to attend these classes, right? Not yet. So if you're watching this to decide if you want to continue, then you will do an enrollment afterwards, right? Knowledge. Knowledge is what you know. So you gain knowledge, and with time you gain wisdom. Wisdom is a higher level of knowledge. So knowledge is understanding and wisdom is practice, okay? And abroad. Abroad means to be outside of your country. So which country would you like to visit? Or are you currently abroad and not right now, not quite living in your country? So where are you in the world? That's pretty cool, huh? All right. Let's go to the word use. So in the word use, I put the verbs and I put the vocabulary into practice so that you can it can help you to understand them. You can see how they're used, okay? I want to attend the hearing on Wednesday. So you are going to go witness the court hearing. Here, we attended the opening of the new subway line in New York. Okay, so it was a ceremony. Oh, everybody enter. They attended our affairs during our absence. Now, this word here, affairs, normally has a bad reputation. It's where somebody has a relationship outside of their marriage. However, affairs are also your responsibilities. So you have different affairs to take care of. If you travel, there are different things that need to be done in your office or in your home. Here is talking about your responsibilities, okay? The doctor had attended to my needs by the time my family arrived. So I went to the doctor, my family arrived. During this time, the doctor took care of me, okay? Don't you want me to guess? So don't tell me the answer. Let me guess. I would like to guess. She guessed the answer before hearing the rest of the sentence. So here you can see hearing is using it like this, okay? They have guessed before and they will guess again. So they take risk. Maybe they don't know the answer. So they just choose A, B, A, C. During your practices, your lessons, don't just guess, okay? You need to know the answer. Do you want me to describe the smell to you? So there are many different kinds of smells. I remember one specific smell. We were driving in the north of my state, and there was a dead cow on the side of the road, and I had the idea of rolling down my window, and it was disgusting, okay? Let me just say that. He described the surgery to me, and I thought I was going to be sick. So I felt sick in my stomach, okay? I had described what kind of gate I wanted, but the builder still messed up. Here, messed up means they made a mistake, okay? They made an error. They want me to insist that they go, but the trip would be better without them. I don't want them to go. I insisted that we get a room with a balcony overlooking the ocean. That would be absolutely beautiful. We have insisted before, and we will insist again, of course. But you have to know your limit, right? What do you want your body language to mean? So what do you want to say with a smile or a frown or crossing your arms or going, with your fingers or bouncing your foot? This is called body language, okay? I meant what I said, even if you did not want to hear it. So I'm telling you something and you're closing your ears, but you need to listen to what I'm saying. It would have meant a huge amount of inconvenience for the surgeon. So if you tell the surgeon something during the procedure, or if the surgeon loses electricity during the procedure, it's a big inconvenience, right? Next one, who do you want to please? So this one here is talking about who do you want to satisfy? Who do you want to make happy? Who do you want to do something for so that they are happy with what you've done? Who do you want to please? Are you pleased with your life? So I actually had a student read this in class and they started crying. This really happened. So the person was not pleased with their current situation in life, and they decided to share with me what was happening in their life at that time. And I was really glad that I could be there for them. But for me, it was a little awkward in the beginning. So, are you pleased with your life? And if you're not, what can you do to change it? Maybe English can help you to change some aspects of your life. I'd like to add that I would have been pleased if we could have had this discussion yesterday. Okay? So if we could have had this discussion yesterday, why are you telling me today? So imagine you're taking your child or your friend or someone to a location, and then they tell you that they forgot to tell you that you need to pick up something at a store. So you ask them, when did you know? They say yesterday, and you said, you should have told me yesterday. Or I'd like to add that I would have been pleased if we could have had this discussion yesterday, okay? You do not need to worry about lunch today. So lunch is taken care of. Not literally, okay? I can't provide lunch for you. But in regards to the sentence, you do not need to worry about lunch. Somebody's cooking it, somebody's taking care of it, or somebody's buying it for you. It's not your problem. She'll be worried if you tell her that you are driving alone. So maybe you're going to grandma's house, or maybe you are grandma, right? And you're going to your friend's house, and somebody will be worried if they discover that you're going by yourself. It would really have worried me if they had said that they wanted to come. So I would be preoccupied if somebody said they wanted to come with me, and it wouldn't be good for them to be with me. This would allow us to measure any progress that you have made. So you have the refreshes throughout these different lessons to measure your progress, and then you have a final test in the end. These are ways in this book to measure your progress. We measured how wide the door is yesterday, okay? I had measured twice before they asked me to do it again, just to make sure. They must realize that they are going in the opposite direction. So they need to turn around, but they need to realize it themselves, right? We realized that we were abroad when the local citizens stared at us every time we talked. Now, this doesn't happen so much anymore, but when I moved to Brazil more than 11 years ago, when I spoke English, everybody around me would look, especially the little kids, and think, "My, he's..." I could speak Portuguese, right? But they would tell their parents that I was speaking another language. What is that? It was very cool. So now I actually use English as a way to make people curious about English, like a marketing, okay? Next one. What you may not have realized is how much effort goes into planning a World Cup event. So there are a lot of things done to prepare for big events. I hope to catch a match or two in the next soccer tournament. So here, to catch is not like catch, it means to see. Okay, I hope to see a match or two, but it's an expression. I hope to catch. Our plane stopped unexpectedly on the runway for 2 hours, so we had a delay. And to be on the runway for 2 hours is not comfortable if you've ever experienced it. I thought that the description of our room was accurate, so the description was correct. What we read and what we got were the same. Their enrollment was up for a fifth year in a row. So for 5 years consecutively, for example, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 5 years in a row, their enrollment was up. The police had knowledge of the criminal's desire to cash a bad check. So a bad check is maybe a check that has a signature that's not the owner, or maybe a check that's written for money that's not in the bank account. If it's written for money not in the bank account, we say that it's a bounced check. Bounced check. The leaves were golden, red, and orange when we visited Vermont last October. It's a beautiful Vermont. My family is from the northeastern part of the United States, and Vermont is absolutely a treat. His pride caused him a lot of pain in his life. Now, most people think of pride as being something negative, like arrogant, but pride can also be something positive, like I have pride in you, okay, in your accomplishments. There's no need to worry about your percent of the cut. So we have an agreement, we have a division of money, for example. You don't need to worry about it. All right? So make sure that you study these sentences and come to a conclusion about what each one of them means. Describe this picture. So throughout these lessons, you will see various pictures. So most of the pictures I took, or there are many pictures of my family, okay? In the case of some of the other pictures, I purchased them, or a couple of students gave me some of their pictures. So this one here I purchased, but what's really cool about this one is this is where I got engaged to marry my wife. I asked her on this rock on the other side to marry me, okay? So this picture has a lot of fantastic memories. And this, of course, is the logo of my company. So I want you to see your English like this. I want my class to be a lighthouse, a way to help you to clarify what's in front of you. So do you enjoy nature and adventure? I certainly do. What do you like to do? Where do you like to go? Do you like to hike? Do you like to canoe? Maybe you like to fish. Maybe you like to hunt. Maybe you just like to sit under the stars at night. I don't know. So beaches are very nice places to visit as well. Brazil has many beautiful beaches. All right? So think about this. If you feel like writing something, maybe a small text here or on a separate sheet of paper, you have the option to do that, of course. Writing is wonderful for you to do. Choose the best word. So here is an exercise. I will read the words for you, and you will use them to fill in the missing spaces. Your options are knowledge, pleased, check, gate, balcony, to realize, had worried, match, effort, thought, description, abroad, smell, insisted, to guess, unexpectedly, described, surgeon, recently, golden, opposite, match, percent, and enrollment. And yes, match is listed twice. I did it on purpose. You will find out, okay? So work through these, cross out the answer as you write it down. And if you find a better spot for your answer, just switch it, okay? Work through these, understand the sentences, read the whole sentence first before you fill in the blank. Here is an exercise on choose the best preposition. I assume that you know prepositions. There are some really cool picture images. So if you go into a search engine, you put in their preposition, you can see some pictures to help you understand better what prepositions are and what they mean. So read the sentence and choose the correct preposition. In some cases, there are more than one option, or there is more than one option for the sentence. Okay, there are more than one. There is more than one phrase or sentence, or you can change it around. Okay, you'll see. Some of these you can put multiple answers, multiple prepositions. So give it a try. Lots of options for you. Have fun. Some people don't like prepositions, but prepositions are very important, okay? And look at this. Describe this picture. So this is actually my brother's toe, and you can see that it's purple, yeah? Some people are going, ooh, it hurts. He told me it hurt. So he sent me this picture after he finished playing soccer, and I decided to share it with you. So let's see what this says. I would like you to read this as well, but let me read it first. How does this picture make you feel? So what's going through your head? Do you get injured or hurt a lot? It is amazing how such a small part of our body can hurt so much when we try to use it while hurt. Relying on your English when it is not in good shape is going to hurt you a lot. You might feel discomfort during an interview or a trip, and you could lose an opportunity or a flight. Your favorite film or song might sound even better if you improve your ability to understand the words. Practice makes perfect, and time heals. You have to work on things to make them better. So you have two questions here, and you have a beautiful picture. Let these questions and picture inspire you to write a text. Now, I cannot correct your text for you, so I encourage you to find some source online, or a friend, maybe a family member who speaks English, or maybe you have a teacher, an English teacher that you work with that can correct it for you as well. There are different sources, and I encourage you to write. Use your head, don't use a dictionary. Do the best you can, but always work on your punctuation, your capitalization, your prepositions. Make your sentences full and flow, all right? And it would be really cool if you use the verbs and the vocabulary in your story, okay? Give it a try. Here is an exercise on choose and or but. So I don't know if you know the difference between these, but try to choose which one is correct, and or but. Okay? Read the whole sentence and choose wisely. And here is another exercise. So match the words to the correct definition. Your options are gate, hearing, match, golden, surgeon, description, subway, unexpectedly, and pride. So read these and choose the right match. And come down to here, choose the correct answer. This one is a little more complicated, but you can do it. So read the phrase and choose the appropriate combination of words. Okay? Pay attention. This is not easy, but it's not too hard. And that is it. So have fun with this. All right? Do your best. Keep a positive attitude. Study the verbs and the vocabulary, and then complete each one of these. So this is lesson 1 intermediate. Move on to lesson 1 intermediate answers, and we'll check together. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you soon.